All right. So I've gotten a number of questions about this calendar, these sticky notes. Bob, what the heck is that about? What's going on up there? It's pretty simple, actually. I just like, well, I should start by saying I dislike digital calendars. Kind of. I use them. They're very effective in certain ways. Like my wife and I share a Google Calendar and it shows up on our phones and whatnot. And so it's fantastic for seeing like what I've got going on versus what she's got scheduled or things for the family. That's all well and good, but there's something about just digital calendars, like, I don't know, I like to, it doesn't feel tangible to me. I like to be able to hold it, look at it, see it. So hence the big calendars, and generally I keep 3 of them up here at a time so that I'm always looking at a 3-month period. It's not necessarily, you know, specifically Q1, Q2, etc. for each year, but about 3 months at a time. I'm a little behind only because, like, meaning why are May and June still up there? Only because I knew I wanted to make this video for you. That's the only reason they're still up there. Otherwise I gotta reorganize it. What this allows me to do is use a couple simple but important tools. Some small sticky notes and a Sharpie. And there's no color coding, I'm not that OCD. But it's basically so I can get a bird's eye view of like which days have a specific activity or I'm traveling out of town versus what are my open days for creating stuff here in the studio. And that's basically that. It also helped me as I was planning to release the album, to release Quartet recently, and the tour that was coming up, which was in May and June, and the months prior, I was sequencing out, as you may have been noticing, those videos that were coming out, the music videos for the album. Actually, there's one more left. We do have one more in the can. But I don't know, there's something about writing a thing down and then being able to physically take that thing and put it here and then go, all right, that thing is here, or it's, you know, it's there. And then go, I don't know, if I want that thing to be there, what if it was here instead? And then you know, and then it's like, well, I don't know, that's the day after the Larry Carlton tour, so okay, what if we put it over, let's see, I'm gonna be in Europe, and then Europe here, and then I get back, and oh, this was a particularly busy week where, let me just show you. May, okay, what was this? I was in Arizona teaching, gig here in LA, had some lessons, released the album, played a week on the road with Larry Carlton, came back, went to Europe with my band. In June, was still in Europe, came back that night, went immediately to Dallas the next morning for a gig with Snarky. Then back to Hollywood Bowl, or to LA with Snarky. Recorded with Jay Jennings, Ben Wendell came over. We did the, you might have seen the Standards with Friends that we did. He put that up recently. I'll try to link to it. This was just a planning week, my wife's 40th birthday. I made like an epic video for that. My buddy Juan was here visiting for a couple of days. Had a gig with Jay, had a gig with Terry on Gully. So I just got totally hooked up by Manny over at the Horn Connection. Right there, that's the Horn Connection. And check this out, my gig is right there. Went on vacation with the family, that was awesome. And then this week has been, actually I've left some stuff off here, but you know, more gigs, different gigs, and then tomorrow, we're here right now when I'm making this, and tomorrow is the retreat. Branford Marsalis is over here. What is that? Oh, Jay and I are playing in Nashville. I'm doing a recording with Larry Goldings here. And then over into August, my virtual studio will open up probably again in August. Another gig, just more gig. I mean, it's just redundant, right? Back on the road with Larry Carlton. That's it. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just, it helps me to have it out of my head and be able to visualize it and have it tangible. And those Post-it notes over there, that's like where I plan out the lessons that I do for my online students and stuff like that. But yeah, sticky notes, they're just easy to move around. I love them. So that's it. That's it for the, that's all there is to it for the sticky note thing. Any questions?